Yes, thank you very much, Madam Chair. And on behalf of my whole group, Mr. Duncan, I would like to call this a long-awaited agreement truly an historic agreement. It is legally binding as far as international agreements can be. It has a strong long-term ambition of 2 degrees, but it's even mentioning the 1.5. And not to forget the 5-year review mechanism and the strengthening action that comes with it. It's an irreversible step towards a low-carbon economy. And even more importantly, it is a huge signal to the financial world. Only zero carbon solutions will pay off, and I think that is truly important. Let me also congratulate both Minister Diesburg, through Mr. Gira, and Commissioner Cañete for their important role in Paris. The EU truly built a bridge between the developing and developed world, and that showed off in the end. But to point out one negative point as well, I do believe that Europe unnecessarily endangered the outcome by being again too reluctant on committing to financial donations. And again, it showed how important it is that we have our own truly financial mechanisms through which donations from Europe do not depend on the mood of our ministers of finance. Chairman or Madam Chair, Paris is just paper, and that's true, and the real work starts today. And the most important thing is that all 195 countries that are going to sign the agreement are going to implement their national plans, and we have to look after that implementation. Europe as well, and therefore my final question is, what does Paris mean for the EU's own policies in the future? And I urge the Commission to very rapidly analyse the Paris outcome and to see what it means for our 2020 objectives, our 2030 objectives, and even what it means for 2050. Because what we do know is that the 1.5 degrees is linked to the upper limits of our 2050 targets of 95%, and that has to be translated into all other policies. Thank you.
Merci, Monsieur.